Welcome to Jimmy James. Welcome to the garage. Welcome to Jimmy James Garage. Hope everything's going good for you this week. Today I come to you to talk about wheels and tires. And that's what we're doing today. We're doing wheels and tires. We're not going to do them all because I get tired doing tires. But this is on that 66 drink truck. Got to get it going because you've been following me. This thing's going to be out on the road with a big sign in it talking about the Christmas venue at the Bar 46. So make sure you guys, if you're local, make sure you come out to it. If not, follow us along. You'll see some video and some stuff on it. But anyways, back to the truck. I got a couple pro tips for you right here. All right, you want to see pro tips? First off, let me go over here. I bought a tire machine. It's not what you're thinking. It's a manual. Oh, there's the tire machine. And there's the bubble balancer. And there's the little gel for it and the little tools I put next to that stool. And what you do is you line it up down here and you prop it off. You throw it up on the machine. As you can see, it's kind of wet because I already washed some wheels off. And I already did 2 tires and wheels so far. I haven't put them on yet, but I've taken them off. Real simple to take off with a spoon and all that. This is dirt cheap to do. I'm telling you, that machine, I don't know what it costs. I don't remember now, but it's 40, 50 bucks, something like that. Wasn't much. I bolted it to the concrete. I can unbolt if I wanted to put bolts back in it, I might leave it there. I put it in a spot where it's kind of out of the way, and I stack the stuff around to put a towel over it, and it's in a good spot. I kind of mapped it out before I did it. And that's how I did it. So then I ordered these tires off of the Amazon. There's the old tires, which are in great shape. I didn't even see any weather checking, but I didn't check the dates on them. The only date I saw was the paperwork in the glove box was 2008. And John, the guy I bought the truck from, said, yeah, I needed tires. They've been on there forever. So I didn't want to risk it. I went back to the 215s. So this thing had 235 75 15s on it. I went with an Ironman, 235 75 15. That's a stock tire for the F100s. And like you saw in my last video, I think I showed you I popped the dent out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So I got most of that dent out, as you can see. I got most of that cleaned off that side, but I'm going to have to put brakes on it. Look at this. This thing is amazing. Now, I don't think too many people, well, where'd it go? It's over here in the bolts or something, but it had the original clips. These things have clips that hold these drums on. The original clips are still on it. So it appears to me, and it looks like it, I haven't got the shoes off yet, but it does look like they are original to the truck. And this one here, let me look here. Yeah, this one still has a clip on it. Yeah, right there, yeah. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that clip is still on there. I haven't pulled this side off yet. I pulled the other side, but look at that clip. I doubted they may put that clip back on. Could have happened. Could have. But I don't think so. And if it did, it's been a long, long time. So last night I cleaned up one of the caps. And what I did with that cap is, it used to look like that, now it looks like that. So a little, what is this called? Steel wool, a little of Dawn power wash, and hot water, and I just lightly hit it, and it cleaned it up in a matter of minutes. Now you can see here where I got a little aggressive in here, but overall, really, really well. And I had to get aggressive. It was pretty gold there, So this one, these will have to be hit. This looks pretty good on the red. We'll see how that one turns out, but that's what you do. That makes it look nice. And here is your tip of the day. Or not even tip of the day. This is a pro tip. Let's go with the pro tip here. This is a pro tip. Look how good that wheel looks. That wheel hasn't been touched yet. So I put a little sand on it. Kind of cleaned it up, sort of. Got it outside. It's cold out here, so it's hard to clean things up here. Got it in front of the wood stove, getting it nice and warm. I got the paint back here. But what the pro tip is about, use Duplicolor engine gloss. Or engine paint, excuse me, not engine paint. Engine paint. The 500 degree. This stuff sticks to anything. So if you have a little grime or crud on it because you're just not you're not going to spend hours prepping it, it'll stick and it'll stay and it'll last. I mean, it's like nails when it goes on there. Get it nice and warm in here. Like, it's pretty warm right now inside the shop next to the stove. So I got these 2 wheels sitting right here. And then you just put a couple coats on it, snap that cap back on, and call her good. So that is your pro tip. DuPont Duplicolor engine, enamel with ceramic. I don't even know what ceramic is. I mean, I've heard of it. We all hear of ceramic pots and that kind of stuff, but ceramic, whatever it is, it sticks like glue. So that's what we're doing right now here in the shop. I'm glad you're following us along. And if you have any experience with painting wheels or things like that with engine paint, right now in the comments, go ahead and tell me about it, because it's works for me. I paint a lot of things with engine paint because it's so durable and it doesn't fish eye, it doesn't bubble up, it sticks. It just works really, really well. Well, as you can see, one little coat and how well that wheel turned out. And believe me, it'll work really, really well. I've done it many times. And I'll put a couple more coats on throughout the day here. And by tomorrow, it'll be good and cured. And I will be throwing them back on. But I'm going to show you right now. Well, stick around. I'm going to show you something cool. All right, well, we're going to give a little power wash. And that's that stuff right here I use. So you just like that. I'm going to let it soak on there for a little while. And it'll start to loosen some of that stuff up. There you go. We'll see how it turns out. Well, this one turned out pretty good. It's not as good as the last one, but not too bad. You know, it was pretty, as you saw, as you've been looking at it, it was pretty bad right in here. But it turned out good. Pretty satisfied. And then look at the inside of this where they painted it from the factory. There's like runs in it. Because nobody else painted it, obviously, but there's runs in there. I don't know if you can come up in camera, but there's runs all over it. No runs, no drips, no errors. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Like, there's a lot right in here. Let me know if you can see that or not. But, yeah, pretty interesting on the inside. It's on the inside. But overall, turned out pretty good. We'll go do the other two. 2 down, 2 to go. And this was the worst one, and it's still not bad. So this is the tire and wheel, what it looked like before I cleaned it up. You can see it's all grungy, has a little bit of surface rust, and just years and years of grime just stuck all to it. And here's what it looks like afterwards. Absolutely amazing. I am very, very happy with it. Hey, tell me down in the comments what you think and what you use to make things look like this. Well, now let's head back to the shop and get the other 4 done. Well, plans have changed. Here it is, 7:44 in the morning. Look, we got snow. And my truck doesn't park out much, but right now Bluey's in the garage along with the HHR because the shop's full of stuff. But plans have changed. What's changed? We're going with Jim. We're going to pick up equipment. I don't know what that means. He needs help loading and unloading it. So bar 4-6, we're heading your way. We're going to fight the snow. Stick around. Who knows what we got going. Ought to be fun. And literally that quick. Snow's gone. Just at the house. Not down here on the highway. Just for keeping track. Well, Ruben's Gifford back to the snow. It always snows here. It's crazy. You leave our house, and I think this is lower elevation. I'm not positive, but it's not really any higher. But yeah, back to the snow. Driving slow in the snow. Here comes winter. What did I get myself into now? you're going to ask yourself, what is that piece of equipment? Well, I'm going to tell you what it is. It is a manure spreader, and it is a big manure spreader. It was quite interesting getting it on that trailer. It's hanging off both sides, hanging off the end. It is a big piece of equipment. If you look at the back, you put manure in the bed of that thing, and then it slings the manure as you drive around your tractor, which fertilizes the fields, and it's a really useful piece of equipment. And I didn't know going into this exactly what we were picking up. And when I pulled up and he says, we're going to pick up that manure spreader, and I went, oh my gosh, that thing's kind of big. And he laughed, and he said, that thing is humongous. It looked a lot smaller in pictures, but it was very successful. We got it on the trailer, and it's now at the bar 4-6, ready to be put to use. Well, this is my morning ritual. Come out here with the propane torch, get the pellet stove going, get a little preheat to it, get the football game going, and then as you see, I'm on my Timu excavator and digging a hole. And then I'm putting something in the hole and covering the hole back up. While I got it out, I might as well fix a post that's out. Just didn't go as planned this morning, as you will now hear why. So as you can see, this is not Jimmy James' garage. This is Jimmy James' laundry room. Take a look here. Here's what I'm doing. Because it's so cold out, I have to scrub this thing in the sink and get it all scrubbed up and cleaned up. And again, you've seen earlier in this video that we did the other wheels, painted and turned out great. These are the front two. I'm working on the front. And in fact, if you look at the cap here, I'm going to go ahead and polish that cap up, get that one done. And of course, you have the front tire also. You can see Jimmy James' garage didn't go as planned this week. I thought I'd have the truck completely done. I still got the oil change, still got 2 wheels to paint. I got a lot going on. And then this morning we had poor little Hazel, our goat. She's been with us for quite a few years. She's kind of our OG, our original goats. She was a good girl. She was really friendly to people. She wasn't doing too good as of late. She did have one baby this last spring, and we knew she wasn't doing very well. In fact, the vet checked her out, teeth issues, and she had a lump, and so she had a lot of little problems. And we kept debating, should we just put her down or let her live her life out? And she was doing well. She was eating every day. She was still headbutting the other goats and just being Hazel. And everything was going well. And then this morning, my bride goes out there and she didn't respond and come out of her little shelter. And then she had passed away this morning. And so, as you can see right here.
Are you feeling it, Mama?
This is Hazel a few months back with her baby Filbert, who is still here today and doing great. That's Hazel. So Hazel, like I said, she was a great little goat, and that's kind of how it goes at Jimmy James' garage. Sometimes you're doing garage stuff. Sometimes you're picking up manure spreaders, and the next thing you're on a mini excavator burying a goat. So again, it's been a sad day for us today. Losing Hazel, and we're going to get back to it. We're going to keep grinding on it and stick around for our next installment of videos. I appreciate you if you'd like and subscribe right here. Just go ahead and click this video, click down, share it with a friend, watch it 100 times, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And then we'll see you on the next one. We'll see you right down here on this one right here.